Listen, into the arm, first of all. That's point one. Always into the arm. Number two, it's hay fever season. And number three, the palms are in the air. Up the nozzers. Sneeze fest. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Amused Bouche. I'm James and this is the barbecue season still. Today we're doing something that should be relatively straightforward. You can have it as a main meal in the week with your other barbecue stuff at the weekend. You could do it on the grill if you didn't have a barbecue. So today we're making mushroom, halloumi and pepper kebabs. Our household is half vegetarian, so I started putting these kebabs together to try and have some sort of veggie type product on the barbecue. We're gonna marinate them in some honey and lemon and rosemary, quite nice summery flavours, and then we're gonna cook them out on the grill. Let's get to it.
Okay, so first things first, we need to make sure that the skewers don't instantly catch fire when we put them on the barbecue. To do this, we're either going to use metal skewers, sure, or if you haven't got metal skewers, use wooden ones. Just lay them in the bottom of a baking tray and cover them with some water. Let them sit in the water and absorb it for a couple of hours, and this means they won't catch fire. Combining some cooking knowledge with some scouting knowledge there. Sorry, not scouts, guides. To make our kebabs, we're going to chop some veg. I'm just cutting down 2 red peppers here into decent sized chunks. I'd say you want the chunks to be about 1 to 2 inch squares. Pop them into a bowl, and then next, we're going to bring in some mushrooms. Give them a quick little wipe over with some kitchen roll just to clean off any dirt, but apart from that, that's it. Don't chop them up unless they're huge. You know, if they look ridiculous on the kebab, then cut them up, fine, but don't cut them up. A normal sized mushroom, you don't need to cut it up. And into the bowl they go. With the red onion, I want as big a chunk as I can possibly get. So what I'm going to do is just cut them in half, remove the skins, and then try and cut them into thirds. Now, it's in an onion's nature to fall apart, but just try and keep them together the best you can. Next up is the squeaky legend himself, not Mickey Mouse, halloumi. We want nice big chunks here too, so again, the sort of 1 to 2 inch cube rule applies. Some quick mathematics there. We want them to char on the outside, but also stay a little bit squeaky in the middle so that they don't slip off the kebab. Once everything's in the bowl, we're going to make a marinade. To start with, I'm chopping up some rosemary and some sage. Now, these ones have been out for about a week, so they've dried out a little bit, but worry not. You know, like me, once lubed up, they'll be ready for anything. Pop that in there to see who was actually still watching the video. So if you are still watching, just comment below saying lube. The herbs go into a bowl, and then we are actually going to lube them up with a good 8 tablespoons of olive oil. Seems a lot, but we want to make sure that everything is covered in the bowl. A pinch of salt and a crack of black pepper, the juice of a whole lemon and the zest of said lemon, a tablespoon of honey, and half a teaspoon of garlic paste, or a medium-sized clove. Whisk it all up, and there we go. There's a nice emulsified marinade ready to go. Pour everything over the veg and the halloumi and get your hands in there to give it all a mix about. You want to try and cover as much of everything as you possibly can. Cover it with some cling film and leave it in the fridge for a couple of hours or overnight if you want to prep it the day before. Then before heading out to the barbecue, we're going to skewer up our kebabs. Is that what you'd say? I don't know. Anyway, I like to mix it up but then also keep a little bit of repetition in there as well. So I'm going pepper, mushroom, halloumi, onion, and then pepper again, mushroom, onion, and halloumi. Okay, fine, I didn't stay uniform, but you know what? Fuck it. You know, be artistic, break out. Once they're all done and on the tray, we'll head outside to our lovely hot coals. Now, the key with cooking these is to get them charred, but keep them moving. You'll hear me saying it in the outro, but things are going to take different amounts of time to cook, and just keep the kebab moving around the barbecue so that they don't just all char on one side and then they're raw on the other. I'm just throwing a couple of flatbreads on the back of the barbecue there to warm through, ready for our little dinner. But there you have it. So easy, so tasty, and perfect for everyone, except vegans. But if, you know, you've got vegans, just take out the halloumi. Or don't invite the vegan round, you know?
I mean, some great little veggie kebabs. I always think with kebabs, like, they're quite hard to control. Some things are going to cook quicker on a kebab than others, For example, the halloumi is going to cook quite quick and peppers sort of seem to take their time. But what we've done here is we've tried to get a nice char across the whole of the kebab. Just gonna have a little try of one now. I mean, that halloumi, like, oh. It's picked up the smokiness from the barbecue. It's a little bit charred as well, but you're gonna get that, you're cooking it on a barbecue. But it's still really moist inside, the halloumi, and it's still that classic soft squeakiness. As you can see, what we've done, we've got a few little flatbreads at the back here. I just toasted them off, wrapped them with a bit of garlic mayo, the kebab, some salad. You'll be onto a winner. The onion, again, onion I always find is a bit difficult to cook, but the heat has taken the sharpness and harshness out of that onion. It's softened it slightly, but you've still got some crunch to it as well. That's the thing I think with these kebabs. As I said, they all cook at different rates, but it means that you get different textures, different flavors. You get some char from the halloumi, you get some char from the pepper, which is obviously very different, but it's softened slightly. Hay fever again. I'm catering for everyone, okay? Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, and I'll see you next time.